Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a PayPal paid request from one of my dear friends, Efri. Thank you so much for that, man. And for anyone, if you're interested in requesting any type of review, re-review, commentary, reaction, topic, or even a video like this, pretty much anything, you just send the request either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links will be down below in the info box. Now, my friend Efri, he wanted me to go over a list of PM Entertainment films. I don't know how many I can get through because it's over 100. It's a lot. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of these I have not seen. But just to mention what is PM Entertainment, there were these two guys, Richard Pepin and Joseph Murphy. They created this group where in the late 80s, it was a couple like really low budget horror films and then low budget action films. They did quite a few with this guy named Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, who was Boom Boom Washington and Welcome Back Kotter, and those will be on this list as well. I haven't seen them, but I've heard of them. They look really low budget. But how I got into PM Entertainment was hearing about it from my friends, Mike and Efri, and giving these films a shot, these direct-to-video films in the 90s that were actually rather good. Whether some of the films with Jeff Wincott, Gary Daniels, even Jeff Speakman, where they had really solid stunt sequences, car chases, car flips, dangerous stunts, explosions galore, and seem like your cup of tea if you like action. You know that they're direct-to-video films, so it's going to be a basic story, basic plot, but you get your bang for your buck. And it just always amazes me that a lot of those films, they would have these insane practical action sequences, and yet a film today, if it has a $50 million budget, nope, they can't have it. Like many of these films, I could say have better action sequences than anything in, say, Triple X, Xander Cage, or again some of these other theatrical movies. So get into the list, and if I haven't seen the film, I can't say much about it. A Dangerous Place, I might have seen this film before because of the time when the Ninja Turtles were popular. Then you had films like Three Ninjas, Surf Ninjas. So just maybe PM Entertainment wanted to get on that action. So you have a teenage martial artist battling people like Corey Feldman, who's one of your villains. Mako's in the film from Conan the Barbarian. Erin Gray plays the mom. Of course, she was in Buck Rogers, and I remember her from Jason Goes to Hell. I have vague memories of A Dangerous Place. I remember not being too bad for what kind of film it is. Time to Die, haven't seen it, with Tracy Lords. Also has Richard Roundtree, Shaft himself. Can't say much about Time to Die, haven't seen the film. Alien Intruder, I vaguely remember this. Space traveling convicts become the victims of their own fantasies when VR is made to go wrong. I remember that the effects for the spaceships really piss poor, and that's one of the things with PM Entertainment. Once in a while they would go try to do that kind of stuff. It wasn't really in their wheelhouse. I mean, Maxwell Caulfield, I remember him in a bit role in Waxwork 2. Like him in that. Billy D. Williams. But sadly, Billy D. Williams is not the star of this film, which I think was a mistake. Tracy Stadions. I try to remember if she was the villain in the film. It's been a while since I've seen it. 3.6, so it's obviously a winner. American Born doesn't even have a cover or a plot. Angels of the City, haven't seen it. College girls dressed as hookers for sorority ceremony are kidnapped by pimps. One of the films directed and starring Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. Again from Welcome Back Kotter. Welcome back, you whores. Welcome back to the ditch. I like the song Angel of the City from Cobra, but I've never seen the film Angels of the City. Amore. PM Entertainment didn't really do a lot of comedies. I haven't seen this. Jats Dahlia, Kathy Ireland. Yeah, don't know much about Amore. The Art of Dying. Some about an evil cameraman, an evil cinematographer who kills the people, the actors that some cinematographer and his assistant are attracting aspiring young actors and actresses by getting them to try out for the movie. Once filming, the evil cameraman actually kills them. Yeah, never seen this film, but it's directed and stars Wayne Hauser, which is a talented actor. I've liked him in low-budget films like Watchers 3, and he was in this film called Rubber. And I do think he's a good actor. I think a lot of times these guys work with PM Entertainment because they got the chance to direct as well as act. Like here, Wayne Hauser directed and starred. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, he did that as well. I know that C. Thomas Howell got to do that from time to time. Avalanche, starring Thomas Ian Griffith, R. Lee Ermey, C. Thomas Howell. This is also known as Steve from Alaska. Haven't seen that film. The Big Fall. C. Thomas Howell directed as well as stars. You also have Jeff Kober, remember from The First Power. LA private detective hired to investigate the disappearance of an alluring woman's brother. Surrounded by double-crossing deals and dangerous relation, he will have to plunge headfirst into his deadliest case ever. Yet I haven't seen the film. Bikini Summer 1 and 2 and 3. Definitely seems like if you love Skinamax movies, probably be up your alley. Well, these would probably be more on Showtime than Skinamax. More probably teases than anything. But yeah, I haven't seen Bikini Summer films. Caged Hearts. Again, don't know anything about this. Kill a Man in Self-Defense, framed by the justice system. So, women in prison film. Can't Stop Dancing. This is a really awful looking cover. Looks like a parody. A Topeka, Kansas fun park dance troupe led by a 260-pound dancer learns that the park is going to close. Maybe it should close if he's the fucking star of it. Leader visits the group named the Stupendous Six. No, I don't want to see that ever. Can't Stop Dancing? Maybe stop. Or Can't Stop Eating. Cell Block Sisters, Banished Behind Bars. Seems like a fancy way to explain what's a women in prison film. Chance. I don't know how many people gave this movie a chance. Yeah, this is the Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. He actually got, I think, a few films with this character of Chance. And yes, that is Dan Haggerty, Grizzly Adams himself, in the film. The Chaos Factor, Antonio Sabato Jr., Fred Ward's probably not in it that much. Army intelligence officer discovers corruption and murder by American soldiers in Vietnam. Yeah, I can't say I've seen the film. CIA codename Alexa 1 and 2. Never been a big Lorenzo Lamas fan. O.J. Simpson is actually in this one. Goddamn. Wonder who he killed on that movie. And then Lorenzo Lamas actually got to direct the second film. Cold Fire, that's another Wayne Hauser film he starred and directed in. This is about a designer drug with destructive capabilities. Again, I haven't seen it. Contra Conspiracy. This cover looks like it's just photoshopped from two different movies. Hollywood film crew set up shop in the Mojave Desert. They believed they were making the best action-adventure movie of the year. Little did they know they would live it too. Yeah, 3.7. Probably really fucking lame. Well, you know what? That's not fair to say because Cybertrucker gets a 3.8, and that's too low. Like Cybertractor 1 and 2. So to be fair with these other movies, I didn't realize these got so low. Cybertractor is not a 3.8 out of 10. I think it, these films are rather ambitious for their budget. I think they have a lot of plentiful action sequences, car chases, fist fights. You get your bang for your buck. You get to see Don Wilson. I'm not a big Don the Dragon Wilson fan, but I can actually deal with him in these movies. And I remember for the budget, there's some spectacle, there's sci-fi elements, some Terminator elements. It's been a while since I've seen these, so it's hard to give details, but I remember these being fun for what they are. Again, some car chases, fisticuffs, gunplay. A lot more than you would get in an action film today. Sad to say. So, yeah, 3.8, 4.2, that's too low for these movies. Way, way too low. Dance or Die, haven't seen, never even heard of. Darkbreed, I have seen this one. 6 astronauts infected by an alien organism. I remember being some really good... See, I don't think it's a 4.0. I mean, yeah, some of the morphing effects where it goes from human to alien is not the best. And these films are nothing original, but for your bang for your buck, you do get live explosions. I remember there's some really good stunt sequences. There's a part where our hero, Jascalia, there's a van and there's like a satellite dish on top of it. It falls and is being dragged on the ground, and our hero is literally on the satellite dish and is being dragged through traffic. And like stunt sequences like that are pretty solid for a low budget film, especially compared to any low budget direct-to-video film you throw a rock at nowadays. That's the thing with a lot of these films. They're fairly ambitious with their action, explosions, and stunt work, car chases, car flips. At the very least, they're ambitious, and I appreciate that. I really do. Even if the stories are not the most, like I said, original or... Darkbreed, the only thing I distinctly didn't like was it had sort of a sequel bait ending. I'm not really a fan of sequel bait endings. And it had one of those. That was pretty lame. But other than that, it's not that bad of a film. And again, some of the morphine transitions are not the best. Deadly Bet I haven't seen, although I do like Jeff Wincott. Gambler puts his life on the line to buy his way out of the clutches of a mobster. Doesn't he put his lady on the line? For some reason, I remember seeing a trailer, and I thought the trailer told the fact that he bet his wife or his girlfriend. Which, if that's the case, then I don't really care about the lead character. But I don't know. It says here he puts his life on the line. I don't know. Maybe not. But Deadly Bet, 5.1, so it gets one of the higher ratings on here. But yeah, I like Jeff Wincott. I've liked him in quite a few films, some which will be on this list. Deadly Breed. If you're not a white American, relocate or die. Great, so Donald Trump's slogan. Never seen that film. Deadly Target. Gary Daniels. I might have seen this film, but I don't remember a thing about it. Byron Mann, he played Ryu in the Jean-Claude Van Damme Street Fighter movie. Extradited notorious Chinese gangster back to Hong Kong for trial. The suspect escapes. Gary Daniels and his partner have to go find him, so it's kind of like a lesser Black Rain. Death by Dialogue. I remember this being pretty awful because it looked like it cost $5, and it's a horror film. And Ken Sagoes, Kincaid from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4 is in this. It just really weak sauce. I mean, it again, ultra low budget, poorly directed, and just people like Ken Sato given not much to do, which is a shame because Ken Sato did not get to do a lot of films other than Elm Street 3 and 4. And then one of the other ones he does, Death by Dialogue, is a really shitty film. This one I haven't seen, but it seemed interesting. I vaguely remember the trailer, direct hit, because it's an action film where William Forsythe is a good guy, because William Forsythe is normally known as a bad guy, whether it be in Stone Cold, Brian Bosworth, Alfred Justice, with Steven Seagal. But yeah, this is one of the few times he got to be the star as a good guy, so I haven't seen it, but I remember looking interesting. Driven to Kill, haven't seen, don't recognize the names. East LA Warriors, we were born in East LA, and we were grown up as warriors to be. We're gonna end tyranny from bay to bay, 'cause we were born in East LA Warriors. Oh, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, he was in a lot of these for PM Entertainment. At least like 89, he was in like 7 of them. 89 and 90. Yeah, don't know anything about that or Emperor of the Bronx. Again, I can't go through this too much because it's over 100 titles. I don't want to lose my voice, but do my best. Epicenter, I might have seen this. I remember this. If it's what I remember, maybe that was another movie. I guarantee this is a film that has a lot of stock footage from other movies. There's one movie I'm thinking of has stock footage from Daylight with Sylvester Stallone. I don't know if it's this one. But yeah, Tracy Lords, Gary Daniels, Jeff Fahey. Guarantee you they will not be utilized well, because that's the thing. These films don't have the budget for this kind of big disaster movie. Leave that to the Independence Day, Volcano, Twister. Leave it to those that have the budget. Epitaph. See, in the late 80s, PM Entertainment was more into horror films. Like this was released by Troma. Town to Town. Family Moves, because the mother is a psychotic axe murderer who keeps flipping out and murdering people. Sounds like Serial Mom. I have seen this one, Executive Target. For what it is, and it's low budget, if you're going into it with low expectations, there's some dumb fun, because Michael Madsen is a good guy. Again, he's another guy who's usually playing the villain. Here he plays a good guy. Roy Scheider is the president. Michael Madsen's wife is kidnapped. Keith David from John Carpenter's The Thing, he's the bad guy. And a lot of it is Michael Madsen driving Roy Scheider in this fast red car, and there's like 100 cars that flip and explode and crash. If you want to see a movie where 100 cars like flip over and crash, pretty fast paced for what it is. Again, if you don't have low expectations, it's not high art, but you know, I had some dumb fun with it. Extramarital. A writer gets involved in the investigation of her best friend after she is killed during an affair. Never seen this. Tracy Lords, Jeff Fahey. Fatal Impact. Lorenzo Lamas, for some reason, has to have his fucking shirt off. Again, I'm not a big Lorenzo Lamas guy. I know he was married to Kathleen Kinmont for a while, who was in Jason Goes to Hell, Kathleen Kinmont. A former world champion in kickboxing discovers Danny, who just became light heavyweight champion of Ohio. Well, whoop-de-fucking do. Firepower. I haven't seen this film because I'm not a Chad McQueen guy. Gary Daniels is in it, and I already know that Gary Daniels gets killed. And then it just makes me go, why the fuck is he not the lead? Why is Chad McQueen the lead? But if you notice this guy here, this guy is the Ultimate Warrior. Yes, from WWF. The Ultimate Warrior. One of the only times he got to be in front of a camera for a movie is in this. Jim Hellwig, that is the Ultimate Warrior. So maybe one day I'll see it. But even the shit I've seen, 5.2, but Cybertractor gets a 3.8. Even I know Cybertractor is better than this. Come on now. Fist of Honor, I have not seen. Sam Jones from Flash Gordon. But only this time he gets to use his actual voice. It's sad to say, I like the voice in Flash Gordon better than his actual voice. Sorry, that's just... A martial arts boxer, worked as a debt collector, gets involved in a feud between rival mafia families in LA. Again, haven't seen it. Forced to Kill, haven't seen it. Michael Ironside, guessing he's a bad guy in that. Fresh Kill, what is up with this poster? This looks like a wannabe James Bond ripoff. This guy looks like he wants to be Chow Yun-Fat. This guy, I don't know who the fuck that is. Two people unintentionally kill two offenders who have in their wake a lot of friends. Since that day, the couple began a slow metamorphosis that involves their existence and their moral values. Wow, they didn't tell me a fucking thing about what the movie's actually about. Guardian Angel with Cynthia Rothrock, where she plays a cop. Her lover gets killed by a woman named Nina, who is later caught. Cynthia Rothrock. Well, I like Cynthia Rothrock, so maybe one day I'll give that a look. 4.9. Heat Street. Heat Street. What kind of name is Heat Street? I just, the heat as in cop. Surprised not just called Cop Street. 21 Cop Street. A black boxer whose daughter was murdered by bikers joins up with a white repo man to battle street gangs. Okay. Hollow Gate. Another horror film. You can tell it when you got in the 90s they dropped the horror film. They went much more into action. Hollywood in Trouble. Doesn't even have a plot. Hologram Man. Never even heard of Hologram Man. Mad terrorist sentenced to holographic stasis. Equipment failure. So I doubt the effects are going to be that good. Oh my god. I can already tell you this is one of the worst PM Entertainment films. I didn't know this was PM Entertainment. I don't think the review's up anymore. At one time I did a Jeff Speakman marathon. I would like to do that again actually. If I ever get the time, or if it's ever requested. I would like to do a Jeff Speakman marathon. Redo that again. I think a lot of those are gone, sadly. This time maybe use footages. I like Jeff Speakman. He's in this for like 2 minutes. It's directed by Master P. The star is Silk the Shocker. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, people like Snoop Dogg, Gary Busey, Jeff Speakman, like all these noticeable people, and they're given shit to do. I think C. Thomas Howell's in this as well. Hot Boys. Even Soldier Boys with Michael Dudikoff is better than Hot Boys. Hot fucking garbage is more like it. Fuck Hot Boys. So far that's the worst one I've seen that's on this list. Other ones I've seen, Ice. Well, gotta be better than Cool as Ice. A married couple of cat burglars scheme to rob a set of stolen diamonds from the local mafia, but they're hampered by persistent police detectives, another scam artist, and a rival mob group. Zach Galligan apparently is in this, from Gremlins and Waxwork. Stars Tracy Lords. Illegal Entry. Formula for Fear. I don't know why you need the formula for fear. You could just call it illegal entry, but whatever the fuck. A mass killer has murdered a young girl's parents and is now stalking her. It seems that her father has developed a secret formula that would end world hunger. The killer wants it and believes she has it. Okay. Intent to Kill. I think I did review this one. Yeah, because I'm like, why the fuck is this NC-17? I remember that now. I did rant on this. This movie sucked. With Tracy Lords. This was fucking awful. See, even I'm... This is not better than Cybertruck. Come on, Cybertracker easily has better action compared to this. Yeah, Yaphet Kotto was given nothing to do. He disappears for the last third of the film. NC-17, there's nothing in this film that gets an NC-17. Nothing at all. There's barely any blood. There's barely any nudity. Hell, could just get away with a fucking PG-13 in the 80s. NC-17, yeah. I remember bitching about that. That film sucks. The Killer's Edge. Wings Hauser, Karen Blatt, Robert Zadar. Haven't seen this. Oh, I reviewed this film too. I think the review is still up. Delta Force 3. This is another film that sucks. Number one, why you make a Delta Force sequel with no Chuck Norris? Number two, I remember the big fucking... Was it this one? I want to say this was the one where their big marketing campaign was that it's people related to more famous people. So, Mike Norris, Norris. Nick Cassavetes, John Cassavetes. Eric Douglas. I think he's related to Michael Douglas, or is Matthew Penn related to Sean Penn? I remember it was one of those things like each of these people are related to a famous person. Thus they could put their last names as if it's a big fucking deal. And it's from Sam Firstenberg, who did American Ninja 1 and 2 and Avenging Force. He's done a lot better than Delta Force 3. Damn, that film fucking sucked. I think I reviewed it. LA Crackdown 1 and 2. Haven't seen. LA Heat. LA Vice. Damn, those are two more films where Lawrence Hilton Jacobs plays that character Chance. It's funny, they all came out at the same time, so they must have given him some big ass deal. I guess they thought they were like Canon Films had Chuck Norris, Charles Bronson, Michael Dudikoff. Maybe they thought Lawrence Hilton Jacobs was going to be their guy, but he didn't really work after this like 5-7 movies he did. The LA Heat, LA Vice. This is a good one. The cover sucks. The cover does not do this film justice. I guess I rated it. I mean, I don't know if I'd give it a 10 nowadays. But I think at the time I saw, I'm like, wow, this is really good. Again, I don't know if I'd give it a 10 out of 10 nowadays, but it is really good. It's one of the best of the PM Entertainment films because, like I said, it has really excellent... This is a fast-paced movie. You did great fisticuffs, Jeff Woodcock kicking ass, taking names, firefights, explosions, stunts. What you want... When you watch a direct-to-video action film, what do you want? You want a kick-ass hero, you want kick-ass action, you want a fast pace, stunts, action, set pieces. Last Man Standing, and then this cover sucks, but it's a really good film. It's one of Woodcock's best films, and is easily one of PM Entertainment's better films. I guess they know it too, because it gets a 5.6. And if you notice, like most of these are like 3s and 4s. The Last Riders with Eric Estrada. Never seen this one. Layover with David Hasselhoff. An airport affair becomes a man's 24-hour nightmare after he discovers the woman is the wife of a dangerous jewelry dealer whom he befriended on a previous flight. Alan B. McElroy. I think that's the guy who... Halloween 4? Layover. Yeah, it seemed more like a erotic thriller than an action film. Little Bigfoot. That just was like dog shit. Fucking dog shit. Living to Die, another film Wings Hauser directed and starred in. Haven't seen that one. Would he ever do a marathon? Well, there's like 100 movies for PM Entertainment. take me fucking months to do that. Magic Kid. Again, they must have been like, hey, Ninja Turtles and Three Ninjas were hits. Let's try to get in on that. So this had a sequel. The fuck? And yeah, they tried to make this kid, Tid-Jan Roberts, a star with that. He was in a couple of these movies. He was in that movie, A Dangerous Place, the first one of this. Maximum Force, starring Sam J. Jones of Flash Gordon, using his normal voice. You got John Saxon, who does whatever for a paycheck. Yeah, I haven't seen Maximum Force. Mayhem. It looks like a horror film, but it's an action film. But you look at that cover and this, doesn't that look like a horror film? But it's not. Midnight Warrior with Kevin Bernhardt. Kevin Bernhardt. He sounds familiar, but I don't know who the hell that is. A TV news cameraman hailed as a hero for pulling a woman from a burning car finds that his ratings-hungry bosses deliberately placing him in dangerous situations in a quest for even more ratings. This seems like an interesting idea. Maybe with some more recognizable people. The Newly Deads. Again, one of those late 80s horror films that just Troma released. Now, this is just based on this list. Maybe this person got the list wrong and this isn't PM Entertainment, but... Well, the same director, Joseph Murray, the M. Here, Eric Estrada, Night of the Wilding. 3 boys have gone wild by raping and brutally beating several people. Defense attorney Joseph Fainer accepts the case only to find that the prosecuting attorney is his ex-wife. So wait, is he an attorney but he has a gun? Does he shoot someone in it? No Escape, No Return. Oh yeah, Maxwell Caulfield again, who was in that Alien movie with Billy D. Williams. 2 cops go undercover to infiltrate a violent drug ring and are in for a shot when they find out who's running it. Was it John Saxon? Usually he's a villain. No Tomorrow. I realize I haven't seen a lot of PM Entertainment films. Oh, Master P directed another film? Jesus. Gary Daniels, Pam Grier, and Gary Busey. Are they given nothing to do as well? One's 3 people trying to get in on a major arms deal. One's a career criminal, one's an undercover agent. Oh, each is either a true career criminal, out for personal profit, or an undercover agent. Out for Blood, Don the Dragon Wilson. Yeah, I haven't seen this one. Payback, erotic thriller with C. Thomas Howell. Actually directed by Anthony Hitchcock, the guy who directed Waxwork and Hellraiser 3, Waxwork 2, Full Eclipse. Pretty decent director. Joan Severance. Is that... I want to say that's the girl from See No Evil, Hear No Evil. With Richard Pryor. The Power Within. They do another Tid-Jan Roberts. Again, they try to really make him a star. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some... This is Mellow Yellow. I'm going to get some water to drink so that I don't screw up my voice. I apologize. I'm still dealing with a sickness. My body always takes me forever. That's my own body's fault, my own fault. So I apologize. I'm just going to get a sip of water. I'll be right back. Alright. Yeah, I apologize for that. Hopefully I'm still recording. But yeah, The Power Within. Like I said, that's when they try to make Ted Jan Roberts a star yet again. I guess Teef Truden from Avengers Babysitting's in the film. Just my body reacted to. I'm like, is Teef Truden the bad guy in that, or I don't know, maybe he's a buddy. I don't know. Private Wars. I have seen this film. I remember this being disappointing though, because hey, Steve Railsback is the lead. I remember it's one of those films that the trailer. If you thought the trailer sucked, you're not gonna like the movie. If you like the trailer, that's all you need. Because everything in the trailer, there's nothing else in the movie really. And Steve Railsback, his characters are not as much of a badass as the trailer made it out to be. Because he gets his ass kicked a lot. And like Private Wars, I was fairly disappointed in based on the trailer. And no one I was looking for just simple, dumb, fun. Like Private Wars, I mean, just watch the trailers. Better than the movie. Pure Danger with C. Thomas Howell and looks like a fake as hell mustache. Wannabe Burt Reynolds. This is one of the ones he directed as well, starred in. A paroled short order cook and a waitress go on the run with a bag of diamonds that fall into their possession, prompting two warring gangs to come after them. Well, there you go. Quiet Fire, another Lawrence Hilton Jacobs movie. Jeez. Here we go. Now we get into some good ones. Gary Daniels, his trilogy. Okay, they don't have, the other one is lower, but there's Rage, Recoil, and then my favorite is Riot. I'm guessing that'll be lower on the list. Yeah, I apologize for my cough and all these videos. I sincerely apologize. Like Rage, it says a corrupt right-wing militia group chooses a California teacher as the ideal specimen to clone for its army. Really, they give him something and then it's on the run. And these are movies that have a lot of action, fisticuffs. Gary Daniels, what do you want Gary Daniels? Do you want Gary Daniels for expert acting, or do you want Gary Daniels to kick ass? If you want Gary Daniels to kick ass, these two films, and especially Riot, are the ones to seek out and watch. And I don't really want to give a whole lot away. If you like action films, you're fine with direct-to-video, but he's like, wow, better than you think, impressive stunt and action set pieces. Give them a watch. Maybe they're not the best in terms of story, to be fair, but again, they're pretty entertaining. Repo Jake, yes, Dan Haggerty, Grizzly Adams is the star of this, and I haven't seen it, but I remember seeing the trailer of this. And like the title suggests, he's a repo man. Plans go sour when he's whipped into supersonic action. Okay, I like Grizzly Adams. I like Dan Haggerty. I don't think anyone would ever use the words supersonic action when it comes to Dan Haggerty. Maybe eaten at Sonic's, the drive-thru, but not supersonic action. Ring of Fire 2. I haven't seen these in forever. So I'm not even sure if I've seen the first one. I think I've seen the second one. I remember that being almost like a video game. In a good way. A fighter battles murderous gang members and the henchmen of an evil underground fighting champion to save his girlfriend. If I've seen this, I remember liking the second one more. But man, it's been forever. And Lion Strike? Oh, it's Ring of Fire 3, I guess? Well, it says here Ring of Fire 3 Lion Strike. A global mafia arms cartel when they kidnap his son Bobby. And this is just like a 5.4. This is just a higher rating than the others. I don't know about that. Well, to be fair, I haven't seen it. Alright, here we go. This is an awful fucking cover. Are you shitting me? Like, this to me is one of PM Entertainment's best films. Fuck this this cover looks like shit. Don't worry about this cover. And an heiress is kidnapped during the chaos of a riot. That's a shitty, I mean, that's part of the plot, but this doesn't do it justice, man. Like, Riot kicks ass. Riot is a lot of fun. You got Gary Daniels and Sugar Ray Leonard, and they team up, and yeah, there's a riot, and he's kicking people off of motorcycles. There are people on fire riding a motorcycle, and Gary Daniels has to fight them. There's Sugar Ray Leonard does his boxing thing on. There's crazy stunt work and plenty of fisticuffs, and like, Riot is what you want in a direct-to-video action movie. Fast-paced, tons of action, kicking ass, taking names. Gary Daniels doing what he does best. There's gun battles, kicking ass, punching people in the face multiple times. Riot deserves a much higher rating than that, just for fun factor. Running Red, I like Jeff Speakman. This one wasn't that great. In particular, it does use stock footage, and there's not a lot of Jeff Speakman fighting, only a handful of them, and it literally steals the footage from Red Heat. If you remember the finale where Arnold and Belushi are in the bus, and there's a bus chase, and the bus is crashing through, they literally steal that and put it in this. I mean, literally steal the footage. Not, oh, they replicated. No, they literally steal the footage and put it in this. I hate when movies do that. I hate it. It's like, you're PM Entertainment. You flip over like 80 cars in other movies. You can't do it for this? Really? With Jeff Speakman? You do it in another one, which I'm guessing Land of the Free. You do it in that, but not for Running Red? But maybe by 99, 2000, they are dwindling down, and maybe their budget was hit. The Sender, Michael Madsen, R. Lee Ermey. I don't remember much about this other than some really bad CG effects, which again, PM Entertainment was not really the best when it comes to that stuff. Shotgun. Detective Ian Shotgun Jones hunts a sadistic, misogynistic maniac. Starring no one I recognize. I should review The Silencers. I had fun with it. Again, Jess Scalia, Dennis Christopher, I thought they worked decently well together. I remember there's some confusing stuff at the end. I'm like, wait, did certain people live? Like, there's this lady with her 2 or 3 buddies, and then they disappear, and I didn't know whether they lived or died. But again, one of those films where it has some pretty good action set pieces. Feel free to check out my review if you want. I mean, there's on the freeway with real helicopters. People think, well, that's not much. No, I mean, when you look at films today and how much they go into digital realm and how little they actually do, and then you go back, you watch some of these films, like Riot, like Land of the Free, even like Cybertracker or The Silencers, you go, whoa, they got away with that? Yeah. Now, some of the other parts of the production might be lower budget, but a lot of times the action scenes were pretty... I'm like, yeah, if you don't put money... I'm fine if your set or your costumes look a bit cheaper if you go full force with the action, since I'm watching an action film. So The Silencers are... feel free to check out the review. Sinful Intrigue. Oh my god. I don't know if my review of this is still up. This is one of the worst. One of the worst. Is this worse than Hot Boys? Perhaps. Because at least Hot Boys does have Jess Speakman for a minute. And I would say this is worse than Intent to Kill. Because Tracy Lords is still a better actress than Anna Nicole Smith. Hey, Anna Nicole Smith passed away. That's sad. This was fucking garbage. This was fucking garbage. I mean, The Rock with Skyscraper, his Skyscraper's garbage as well. You know what? I'm more pissed at that film because that film had a fucking budget. This didn't have a budget. Although to be fair, The Rock is a lot fucking better than Anna Nicole Smith. To be fair, to be perfectly fucking fair, this film is just an embarrassment. And again, I don't know if my review is up. I remember I reviewed it, and someone on the production, they went, "Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad." Remember that being a comment. It's Anna Nicole Smith doing her low-budget version of Die Hard. And you have to try to see Anna Nicole Smith act. You have to try to see Anna Nicole Smith try to do action. Good luck. You know what? You want to see a bad action film? Suffer through Skyscraper. Suffer through this piece of fucking shit. Please do. And call me in the morning. The Knickerbocker game? What the fuck is that? Fuck it. Steel Frontier, this is another good one. This is one of the better, like I said, this is one of the better PM Entertainment. It's a post-apocalyptic, elements of the Road Warrior, but also elements of a Western. Joe Lara plays this lone gunman, fights a shitload of bad guys, and you have plentiful shootouts, explosions, bad guys like Brian James, Bo Svensson in it. Action-packed fun. I'll say Steel Frontier. Again, what do you want in a direct-to-video action film? If you want to go on, you will see a hero kick a lot of ass, shoot a lot of people, a lot of explosions, a lot of gunplay, some bang for your buck. I'd recommend Steel Frontier. That'd be another one of those. Like, if I made a top 10 PM Entertainment films, I know that I would put Riot, Last Man Standing, that film, a few others on there. Storybook, don't know what the fuck that is. Looks like shit. This is like animation? Well, so far this is the only animated film I've seen from PM Entertainment. Well, I haven't seen it, but I mean on the list. The Stray, Michael Madsen. Never heard of this film. Don't know what that is. Street Crimes. Didn't look that interesting. I like Dennis Farina, but I don't know. I've seen the trailer to this. It didn't look that interesting to me. Sunset Strip. Jeff Conaway from Grease. May he rest in peace. Haven't seen it. The Sweeper. C. Thomas Howell sort of becomes he's a renegade undercover cop. His father, Jeff Fahey, is murdered. He wants revenge. I've heard good things about this. I don't think I've seen it yet. Y2K, Louis Gossett Jr. I think this is one of those films that has stock footage from other movies. I guess it's also known as Terminal Countdown. I guarantee you Louis Gossett Jr. is not in it that much. Is that Malcolm McDowell was the bad guy? You know what? This film, T-Force, this is another one that's pretty good. This is a pretty good flick. For what it is. I mean, again, not high art story, but yeah, if you want just sit down and watch people kick ass with well done, plentiful fisticuffs or explosions or gun battles, films like T-Force will be your cup of tea. It's fast paced and it's fun. Jess Gallia, I thought, did a good job. Other elements of the film may be low budget, but the action scenes I thought worked rather well. I mean, the hostage situation goes awry. The last resort is to do this unit called T-Force. Part man, part machine, or full machine, honestly, as they call cybernauts. Tiger Heart. Oh, another Ted Jan Roberts. Wow, he did quite a few of these films. To Be the Best. Haven't seen that. To the Limit, another stupid fucking Anna Nicole Smith film. Two Bits a Pepper. Okay, wait a minute. Where the fuck? Okay, I was gonna say. Zero Talent. Okay, that's not. Wait a minute. Where's the? Wait a minute. Where's the Robert Patrick film? I swear there's a Robert Patrick film called Zero. I thought it was called Zero Tolerance. There's a Robert Patrick film that I thought was PM Entertainment that's really good. Why am I not seeing it? Okay, that's not that. Undercover Angel, Savant, Busted. What the fuck? I swear there's a Robert Patrick film that I swore was a PM Entertainment movie. There's either called Zero Tolerance or Zero. That's really good. I would consider one of the best. Because Robert Patrick, his family gets killed, he wants revenge, and it was cool to see Robert Patrick as the lead, and he's going out, he's kicking ass. I don't know where the fuck, it's not on this list. Is it not PM Entertainment? Is it another company? Savad, I do like this film. I didn't know it was PM Entertainment. I mean, Isaac Florentine directed it. Oliver Gruner. Yeah, Mark Singer is the bad guy. Remember having some pretty good fight scenes in this. Is this a PM Entertainment film? I didn't think it was. I mean, based on this list, again, it's this list by, I don't know. What's the name? Super Mario 2084. PM Entertainment Group Films. Busted. That's a Corey Feldman, Corey Haim film I still have not seen to this day. There's a whole 2.9. I'll get back to that. There's a Tunnel, The Underground. Talking about stuff the killing of rap stars, but he gets in too deep after his partner's killed with Jeff Fahey. Huh. The Killing Zone. Sword of Honor. Well, I guess I'll end it with Land of the Free, because this is easily one of my favorite PM Entertainment films. It's actually one of my favorite Jeff Speakman films. I would say it's honestly my third favorite. I would go Deadly Outbreak, Perfect Weapon, and then this movie, because I like Street Night, but this one has more action. And, I mean, you get William Shatner as the bad guy, you get some pretty good chase sequences, in particular involving buses, because one of our characters steals a school bus. There's a couple of pretty decent fisticuffs. And, Jeff Speakman gets to beat the fuck out of William Shatner. And William Shatner tries to do his Star Trek bullshit moves on Speakman. Doesn't quite work out. See, when Scott Adkins interviewed Jeff Speakman, I was hoping this movie would come up. Like, how was it working with William Shatner? And, yeah, of course, that never Just that's such no one asks Jeff Speedman about stuff, and when they do, they rarely ask him about ask him about Daily Outbreak, about this movie. I would. But this is a lot of fun. If you like Jeff Speakman, if you like these type of direct-to-video action films, Land of the Free I think is one of the better ones, especially on this list. Like if I did a top 10 PM Entertainment, like I said, this, Last Man Standing, Riot, I thought that Robert Patrick one that would be on my list. But anyway, that's it for the list. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Hopefully this was okay, Efrey. Thank you guys. And we will see you guys later. Go check out some PM Entertainment films. Again, I would recommend Land of the Free, Riot, what was that? Last Man Standing with Jeff Wincott. Also, you can find that Robert Patrick film. Watch it anyway, even if it's not PM Entertainment. That's Zero. I swear it's called Zero Tolerance. Go watch that anyway. It's a good one. Steel Frontier. I swear there's more PM Entertainment films. For some reason, I'm thinking this is not all of them, but this is what they said. So, couldn't find any other list. With that said, thank you. Take care. We will see you guys later. Bye-bye.